All right, student teachers, so I'm going to walk you through the process of applying for your initial teacher license. And the first step to that is following along with this sheet. So I'm going to attach this sheet to the link for this recording, and you'll have this document and another document that that are two of the main components that you're going to need for doing this. So the first part of applying for your license is taking care of the approved program verification form. And essentially this is what proves that you're eligible to hold a teaching license. And this component needs to be done really at the end of your graduating semester, but no more than 2 weeks within graduating. You can't start your application until you have completed the approved program verification form, and you actually can't start it until you've received it back from Vicki. And so there is a process of sending this in and receiving it back before you can do anything about the application. So to get to the approved program verification form, you simply follow these steps here. And I'm just going to walk you through that really quickly so that you can see what that looks like. So you're going to go to the CDE's website, click on Programs and Supports, and go to Educator Preparation and Licensing. So you click there, and then you're going to go to Apply for or Renew a License or Authorization. Click here, and you're going to scroll down to First or Initial License in Colorado. Click on Teacher, and go to this piece on Education here. And it says Complete the Approved Program Verification Form. You are going to download that form, which I already have pulled up here, and fill out this top component of it. No matter where you're from, you went to school at UNC, and so you're an in-state applicant, you're going to check here, fill out all of this, and you are going to submit this form to Vicki Stromberger. You're going to send it to her, and she's going to fill out the bottom part after you graduate and send it back to you. Now, there are two important pieces here. One, in order for her to communicate with you effectively, she needs to make sure that she has your appropriate email address on file and that it's one that you check regularly. Know that after you graduate, your UNC, your Bear Mail will become discontinued. And so make sure that you give her an email address that she can get to. Another important component is to make sure that you have the right address on file. So another document I've attached here is your student information form. And this is the second step in the process, is submitting this student information form with your approved program verification form. So there are going to be three pieces that you send in to Vicki Stromberger. You're going to send her the approved program verification form, this student information form, and then your proof that you've passed the praxis. So this student information form, you're going to fill out here, and there are two super important pieces. One, that you have an email address attached here that shows that, or that you have an email address that you check regularly, and that she can send you any communication, because if she has any questions for you, she's going to use this email address. And two, that you have a current mailing address, because after your degree is conferred, which takes about 3 to 6 weeks, she's going to send that approved program verification form back to you. So this needs to be an address of where you're going to be living within 3 to 6 weeks of graduating, not where you're living on campus. So make sure that if you're moving somewhere after you graduate, that you give her an email address that you give her an address that is current and that it's something that you'll be able to check within 3 to 6 weeks of graduating. So you'll fill this out. Again, you're going to submit that with the approved program verification form. So we've gone through this. Student information form is the one that I just told you. The next step is the fingerprint and process fee. And all of you have done this. You did this with your EDFE 110. And so basically what you're going to do is log on to the CDE website and show that you have submitted your fingerprints. School districts are actually going to look at this to see that you've submitted fingerprints and that you have fingerprints on file. And so you'll click on this link, and that's going to bring you to a page where you put in your social security and your date of birth, and that will confirm that you have fingerprints on file. The next part is your transcript requirement. Now, this is all going to be part of the licensing process. Once you get your approved program verification form back, you can start to upload your transcripts to CDE. And again, you're going to do this after you've gotten the approved program verification form back. You don't want to start it beforehand because you can't upload your transcripts until your degree has been conferred, which again takes about 3 to 6 weeks after graduating. So to do this, you're required to upload a scanned copy of your official transcript, and you can actually get an online copy through IRSA. So it can either be scanned or online, and that'll be sent to you either electronically or by mail. And I think generally it's going to come electronically at this point. And this is going to be uploaded into the application process. Now, I'll walk you through some of the components of the application process here in a little bit, but definitely making sure that you upload this after your degree has been recorded. If you do this before your degree has been recorded, CDE will not take that transcript, and you'll have to pay a second time to apply for your teacher license. The next thing, and this is really important too, and one of the things that I say that all of these things are kind of really important, is that if any of these pieces are missing, or if you fail to do any of these pieces while you apply, you'll end up paying this $90 fee here for your application, and if anything's missing, they actually will make you pay it again. And so I want to make sure that you follow these steps and that you do it appropriately to save you money in the long run. So the transfer transcript requirement, this means anywhere that you have any college credits, so official transcripts from all colleges and universities attended, you have to have them uploaded to your application. So make sure that you're requesting these while you're waiting for your degree to get conferred, so that you have these on hand to upload to your application. These official transcripts, even if you have 3 credits in underwater basket weaving, need to be uploaded to the CDE website in order to complete the application process. Your place or praxis score is going to get sent to Vicki Stromberger with your approved program verification form. So, like I said, you're going to have 3 pieces that you send to Vicki Stromberger. One is your place and praxis score report. One is that student information form, and one is the approved program verification form. Those are the 3 pieces you're going to send to her. After you've done your application, you will pay the processing fee, which is currently $90. This will be reflected on the CDE website, and it takes about 4 to 6 weeks to process everything. And you can only do this once everything is complete. So once you have all of your transcripts, your degree is conferred, you've received that verification form back from Vicki, is when you can start to apply. And then it takes 4 to 6 weeks. Now, I know that this is important for some of you because you're wondering what happens if you've been offered a job. Is there any way to expedite this process? Honestly, there aren't a lot of ways to expedite the process, but most schools are comfortable if it shows that you have a license in progress. And so as long as it's showing in progress that you have applied, most schools are generally comfortable with that. And so as long as you wait until your degree is conferred and you get everything uploaded right away, you will most likely have your teaching license prior to school starting in August. Now, once you have all of these components, then you are ready to start your application. So don't start it until you have everything. Don't start it before you have the approved program verification form. Don't start it before you have the official transcript. I know I've said these things a bunch of times, but I'm trying to save you time and I'm trying to save you money. Because if you do start it, the actual application will only stay for 14 days. And so if you think you're going to get a jump start on it, know that it's going to take more than 14 days for these things to come back. And so you'll have to go back in and start it all again. So once you get those things done, then you're ready to start your application. And in order to do that, you are going to go to the CDE website. And we're going to start right back from the beginning. You're going to go to Educator Preparation and Licensing, apply for or renew a license. Oh, actually, I went to the wrong place. We're going to try this again. you're going to go to Educator Preparation and Licensing, and you're going to log into e-licensing. That's actually the faster way to do it. So when you're ready to start, you are going to create yourself an account. So you're going to register for it. And, oh, I actually don't remember my user ID, so I'm not going to walk you through this piece, but you're going to create yourself an account. You're going to register for it, have a user ID, have a password, and begin to start this. And then you should have all of those components ready to upload to this piece. Know that once you hit submit, you can't go back. Your application will begin processing, so make sure that you do have all of the documents put in prior to hitting submit. Also note that, again, you only have 14 days, so make sure you have everything in there and that you're not waiting on any of the pieces before you hit submit. As you're waiting for your teacher license, you can actually track the application process, and this will tell you what's happening with your application through the CDE. And they no longer give printed teaching licenses, but you will be notified by email when it's ready, and then you can print the e-license. So basically, these are all of the pieces that you need in order to apply for your teaching license, and all of the pertinent information that you need in order to get this process started. Here's Vicki Stromberger's address so that you can send her those forms that you need. And also, here is her email. So you can email questions to me. You can also email them to Vicki. She's been working in this department and handling licensing for a very long time. She knows all of the ins and outs of the CDE and should be able to help you with any questions that you might have. So those are the main pieces for licensing. I'll be sure to attach all of these things to this video. And again, feel free to contact me, ask me any questions you have, and I'm happy to help you.